Correction, I'm about to call the Chief Investigator's Office, not the 36th District Judge Office, but I'm about to call the Chief Investigator's Office. And today's date and time is 4:39 p.m., March 11, 2015.
Today's date and time is 12:11 p.m., March 11th, 2015. I'm about to call the 36th District Judge, set up interviews so they can record the information from the Chief Investigator's Office. So I'm about to call 313-596-2480. Left the pen. Yes, this is Mr. Lynch calling for the interview. To make an appointment for the interview. You can do it over the phone. You don't have to come in. All right. You want to set up my recorder, sir? All right. Tonight is Wednesday, March the 11th, 2015, at 12:13 p.m. This is the telephone interview of Mr. Clyde Lynch. Mr. Lynch, your current address is 12641. Yeah. 66129. DPC number 151449. Alleging Yes. When your time going to give me a statement regarding this incident, sir? Yes. Tell me what occurred back on March 7th, 2015 at 1:30 p.m. that you filed a complaint, sir. I just got off the Schoolcraft bus going east at Schaefer. I know for a fact that the 8 Mile and Schaefer bus leaves that location every hour on the hour. So I got at that location, I knew the bus passed. So I look up and down the street, see as it come. I look both ways. I look south and north on Schaefer to see where the bus coming so I can go south. I was going south on Schaefer. So I'm on the south side of Schaefer. It's right there on the corner at the bus stop. And I said, well, I know I missed the bus. Since I put a mayor flyer in the church that I was standing in front of, and I see that was open, so I went in there to speak to him, to say what I had to say to y'all, recall getting the mayor flyer, et cetera, et cetera. So I go up in there. I see, while I'm standing at the bus stop, when I look south and north on Schaefer, I see a police car turn the corner, coming. He was going east on Schoolcraft, and he turned to go south down Schaefer. So I don't know, it's a police car. I'm looking, I see the police car turn the corner. As I'm walking, looking back for the bus, sees it coming. So I said, well, I missed it. Let me dip in the church to talk to them because, it's an opportunity to speak. I'm right there, see what's going on, see can they assist me, whatever. So I go into church. Within 30 seconds, at least, I'm going to say within 30 seconds, the Caucasian officer in there talking about, you was dancing on the corner, in the street, whatever he was saying. And I'm like, I just got the bus. What you talking about? He said, you picked 50 descriptions. I'm like, we all 50 descriptions. Let me see your ID and all this and that. I'm like, I'm not giving you nothing. He interrupted my conversation with two individuals in the church. So I'm like, I'm not giving you nothing. And I have merit to say I'm not going to give you nothing, and it's my right to say I'm not going to give you nothing because I just got the bus. I don't know what's going on in the neighborhood. And I said, sir, here go my ticket. I just got on the bus down there on Schoolcraft at 1:16. He wasn't interested in my ticket. He just said, give me your ID. I said, I'm not giving you nothing. So I started reaching for my cell phone to record this situation, and he put his hand on his gun. I'm like, well, I'm just getting my own cell phone out to record this, and I reached in my coat pocket again for my cell phone. He put his hand on his gun. That's all. I'm gonna get my wallet. So I started reaching for my wallet. He put his hand on his gun. I'm like, I'm getting my wallet. I'm getting my, like you said, I'm giving my. Then I say I'm pulling out my cell phone. He said, okay, go ahead, pull it out. And I really can't. My time, I can't really state what happened, but, only reason I didn't want to give them my ID because I have a fraudulent mental lien on me. A 6th precinct officer wrote a fraudulent police report, which sent me to the mental facility, and you all up there should know I should be on file up there, so when my name pull up, it should be unfounded evidence and all this and that. So y'all should be aware of the situation. Now, the situation is I'm a black male in the city of Detroit. I'm suspect if anything happened in the vicinity. That's the downfall of our situation. Now, all they wanted to do was run my name to see did the black male has warrant, so we can take them in, or the municipality can receive funds, and we get a black male criminal off the street no matter what offense it is. It may be a minor or a felony. So I'm offended because the police over here so-called implementing his due process in the community, but I didn't get due process. I got railroaded by the police department, the government, or et cetera. So I'm very irate knowing that this officer can say, well, you irate and combative, are you on your medicine? And I'm off to the mental facility. I'm a black male, and I'm tall and big. I'm like a threat to him. So I have a person with a gun that works for government that could say, I fear for my life, and he's big. These crazy people are strong. He ain't took his medicine. He was all right. So I just put on my gun and shot him. That's what I'm in fear of, other than being black.
Okay, so what happened? You got
So he called for backup. I said, I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not doing nothing. So he called for backup. 2 more Caucasian officers come in. Now I'm surrounded. Now I'm in the presence of 3 armed men preventing me from travel from A to B and then have a conversation with a group of people I don't know from nothing.
So after the other 2 officers came in, what happened?
I give them my license, and and I'm like, they just want to see that I live down the street, that I live further east down Schoolcraft where the shooting happened. I don't know where the shooting happened. I'm just suggesting it's further east down on Schoolcraft, down on Wyoming area. And I'm like, I live down that way. I was like, officer, you didn't see me just get off the bus, because soon I got the bus, you turned the corner. After the bus continued to go down Schoolcraft, he had to see the bus. So he probably came from the 6th precinct down to the Leisure Street or whatever, going to the scene of the crime. He seen a black male, or I'm going to stop and search him, see he's a suspect, he may have a warrant. Whatever's going through his mind, I really don't care. He's a racist. If he ain't a racist, the protocols and procedures he conducted on me was racist and a stigma that we go through every day. So
they got your ID, what happened?
Beg pardon?
They got your ID, what happened next?
Once he looked at my ID, he like run his name or whatever, and I don't think he even got ran through yet, because if he did, they would have seen that mental link that I've been off to the motherfucking mental facility, because he said, oh, you not on your medicine and you irate and all this and that. And like I stated, that's fraudulent. The DMC, Detroit Receiver Hospital, violated an oath of Hippocrates by in cahoots with the 6th Precinct officer that took me to the mental facility. And they all knew each other, because they knew me before I even got there. Before I even was processed, they were saying my name. Oh, they're going to be Mr. Nasty Man right there. I'm like, damn. They know who I am, because they be in the neighborhood. People work there I went to school with. But I played dumb like I didn't remember, and they live in the neighborhood. And believe it or not, it's these same individuals that's involved in witchcraft and the cult over here since I've been a little kid. It's a known fact. Elementary school kids in elementary, which are Moors, were putting curses and spells on the kids in elementary school, Dawson Elementary School. So this is just a valid point that's everything is gonna come into this. And these individuals are police officers. They work in the 6th Precinct, 2nd Precinct, they in the police department. They family members and company members.
So how does the contract end, sir?
So, they just let me go. And they said, okay, sir, all you had to do cooperate, and, you made a simple situation, all this and that. And I'm like, he don't know me from Adam, but I guarantee you the officer know who I am. I believe he's worked at the 6th Precinct, the older Caucasian sergeant or lieutenant of the 2nd Precinct. I'm not certain, but I think he's the guy that used to work at the 6th Precinct, and he switched over to the 2nd Precinct. And I have a mailing receipt to prove it. It's all she wrote. But he should have knew who I was, because the information I emailed him and told him, he should never forgot. It was about the 2006 Precinct police report.
All right. That's a hard this interview.
They pardon?
I'm going to conduct this interview, Mr. Lynch.
All right.
An interview of Mr. Craig Lynch. Okay, so I'm going to conduct an investigation regarding your complaint. And Kevin, you'll get out of this office so you what the findings were.
Which I already can predict the findings. But I want to say one thing. Was it lawful for the police officer to come into the church?
It's not illegal for the police to go into the church. So.
I understand if the church called the police to come, but I thought the police couldn't enter a church. Unless they was called to the church.
No, that's not true.
Oh, it's not true? Okay. But the officer lied. He said I was dancing in the street. We got a call of a person dancing in the street. I wasn't dancing in the street. And this video all on that corner, so I suggest y'all get that video. I got him on that one thing alone, and the other stuff, which is, we fit the description. We all know that going black and on the planet Earth, we get that all the time. So that's all I want to say.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your time, sir.
All right. The interview wasn't about shit. Excuse my language. It wasn't about nothing. It's not going to be done. That issue coexists with all my issues with the municipality of the city of Detroit. And they know that. They're not going to do nothing. Well, we just investigating the situation that happened on March the 7th, 2015. So the other previous incidents that happened is why I'm so irate. I'm not using the correct word. That's why I'm so uncomfortable, under duress, in distress, because my liberties, happiness has been infringed on, breached without merit, which does not and is not granted within the federal Constitution. There wasn't a just investigation. It was a pre-functionary investigation, lacking substance, lacking merit, superficial, just to say we did something, and that's my tax dollars. That incident alone on one issue, that he said I was dancing in the street. So right there just blows out his credibility, and he's going to lose his pension. On that one statement, I was dancing in the street.
And I forgot to say, don't bother those people at church. But they should already had it on paper when I talked to the other lady and she wrote it down on record. So that's how things doesn't get done properly, because you have too many individuals asking you questions and they don't connect. Or they do connect, or they are not relevant. But what I stated on the phone with the other lady in the past was Monday. This Monday, the 9th, March the 9th, 2015, should be relevant in that investigation. Of course, you're going to leave things out. Just like when you go to the police precinct and make a police report, citizens, I guarantee you, whatever you spoke within the interview or when you went to made the police report, it goes to a narrator. Once you state everything what you said, if the officer that took it doesn't write everything you say specifically down, because I've been in that, officer wrote 3 words, a sentence that made me look stupid, and I didn't sign it. People that knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And it wasn't even investigated. He wasn't no conclusion, no nothing. He wasn't even investigated. The police officer wrote 3 words and or a sentence that maybe contradicted everything what I said in that statement. And guess what? I got an audio recording of it. But it got lost when the virus hit my computer. It probably was an intentional virus or the virus everyone's talking about. But this is a whole new issue. But criminal evidence has been lost because there wasn't a proper investigation within the 90 days in the proper timeline. So I received compensation for that automatically, because that could be proven. Or we have paperwork. Y'all hear about the date line. I don't prove the date line was wrong. They try to cover it up, or it was a mistake in the dates they put on the paperwork, from the mailing, postmark stamp, from the date that was on the letter. I don't prove all that. He may be in a mistake, because I make those mistakes with the wrong date on a letter. So my word alone. And when the lady said, "Oh, we don't do polygraph tests," now everybody who know, I put them 4 papers on the polygraph stuff. And when they asked us for polygraph to take a polygraph test, would you consent while we being interrogated by the police and we in the courtroom being judged corruptly or constitutionally? We be asked in the courtroom, but it don't hold up in the court of law. But here we go. We have tax dollars for a polygraph technician to go to learn this in school, how to be a polygraph technician. And then you get grant money, federal grant money, to be a polygraph technician. And then they gave grant money or private funds, or the person received private donations to create the polygraph test machine. Voice stress analyzer received grant money. They made it within the governmental agency and brought it for the federal agency. So how they gonna say don't hold up in court of law? I just don't understand. I'm so frustrated. I'm not speaking clearly, and plus my vocabulary is limited. All you have to do is read. I understand that. I'm not comfortable. What's going to make me comfortable is $900 billion. Now, oh, sir, you can't put all this interview. We conduct an investigation. You tampered the investigation. The investigation been tampered a long time ago. You didn't have to talk to me. The first thing the police do when you make a complaint, look for video. And I wasn't going to tell them, but I said, you better get them videos. I'm telling them their job while they sitting on their ass, trying to figure out how they going to cover this up. The officer lied, took a polygraph. I said, I want him to take a polygraph test, because he says he didn't say that I wasn't dancing in the street. He's going to say, oh, you was dancing on the fence pole. That's racist. He thought I was Crackhead Joe or something that be out there. Whatever it was, that's why I'm going to call him a racist. And the protocols that they submit to, and the protocols they submit and practice on the citizens is racist. And what I just said wasn't, I can't find the right words to put it, but we all know what I'm saying, and if you black. I didn't want the officers to touch me. I didn't want the officers to search me because I've been asked out. Oh, Mr. Lynch, you incriminating yourself. Had a big-ass Rambo blade on for protection. But since the mental lane, I'll have been in a hell of a lot of trouble. Don't search me. Don't touch me. I ain't did nothing. You interrupting my travel from A to B, and yes, I'm going to say it. I have married to carry a weapon with me. You got stray dogs running around out here. You got crazy people, which he may thought I was, that be talking to themselves and out there panhandling for food. I need to protect myself. They took my CCW from me and my weapons, and I haven't been reimbursed. Oh, that's illegal. It's not illegal to buy the big Rambo blade. Oh, the blades are for hunting. Where they should have it where you can't get it unless you're a hunter. Oh, that don't even sound right. So it's not illegal to buy, but it's legal to have on you. Because we don't know if you're going to attack somebody, all this and that. Hey, what you going to do? The government trying to stop Iran from being a nuclear power. We needed to ban nuclear plants altogether. Get rid of the nuclear submarines, get rid of all the nuclear plants, because that's a danger to the environment. That's a danger to the planet. The China Fukushima, whatever it was, that don't middle down, and the core is still traveling down in the earth. And they can't get them out. They know how to get up. They want to, but they just want to pollute the water. Because the private public businesses of the beverage industry want to control the water too. They made a statement on the world news. The man said water shouldn't be free. I'm like, wow, we always pay for water when it comes through the tap. But what they talking about? We pay for clean water at the stores, bottled water. Now, how contradicting is that? We have to pay for clean water because the water in the tap, we all know, is not clean enough because the pipes or whatever it runs through. We have to go to the store buy bottled water. Then the vessel that the clean bottled water in that you buy from the store is contaminated with the plastic seeping in it, the chemicals from the plastic bottle. So how contradicting are we? And there are plastic bottles that don't give chemical leakage in the water, but they won't make that. We have plastic bottles because the glass in the street, the empty bottles thrown in the street instead of in a proper garbage container. I'm guilty of that. Along with the plastic bottle, glass bottles, and paper wrappings, potato chip bags, Twinkie packages, and or etc. And trash out the car window. I'm guilty. If anybody can say they're not guilty, you're a very special person. Not a special person. You are a very holy and constitutional person. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So I can't say too much. I'm debating to put this on Facebook because I know they're going to say, you interfere with the investigation. I ain't interfere with nothing. I'm putting this information out there. That little conversation we had wasn't about shit. I said more information in the Monday interview when I was giving a statement to the person over the phone. Oh, so you don't have to come down here. Oh, y'all don't want me to come down there because y'all might beat me down? We paying y'all bitches for nothing. And the lady just was on the news talking about we need to pay them more. You're going to keep on paying your cable provider. If their service not good, you're going to switch and go to somebody else, right? Well, how can we switch and leave the police? We need to get a civilian militia that put the governmental agencies in check. Like they always want to have advisory boards when they make the new school board. We're going to have an advisory board for the city so the finances be done properly. We're spending more money out to a fucking advisory board, and the people in the government should have been fired and replaced with new people to get things straight. We should have had a new city council election. Get rid of the chief of police. Get rid of the whole police department. If anybody can tell me what state city fired every police officer, I'm going to say you an informed person. Because I was told by someone it happened. And I looked it up. Ooh. What city government has a grocery store, strip mall? That should be easy to find out. So when King Cole burned down, I called the mayor's office, city council office. I said, get the property and build it where it be city owned. So you can get these kids up the corner with their pants sagging, out there smoking and doing whatever, have them training at that store to be entrepreneurs and business management, how to run a store. So we can start having black grocery stores on every 4 corners of the city, east side, west side, north side, south side, and in Hollow Park, black owned. Oh, we got King Cole. It burned down, and they gave them money so they can rebuild because they didn't have insurance, but they were doing service for the people in the community, giving people credit and all this and that. Paper lot right down the street. And further on down on Woodward, you can hop on the bus, go down to all them other grocery stores that's on Manchester, in the Manchester Woodward area. Was it very important? Maybe it was. Hey, they did what they did, and I'm not hating on nobody. But if you didn't have money to have insurance on your store, we know some people be penny pinching. And if they wasn't successful in their business, why the city government gonna give money to build that up? Oh, y'all still practicing fraudulent actions and behavior with city money. Oh, we helped him rebuild. Is the city gonna help me get remedy, recourse, redress for the unconstitutional action behavior that has been done to me, intentionally and deliberately, and everybody co-signing, aiding and abetting in it, and saying it's legal and binding? It's nothing we can find or know. We didn't find no wrongdoing. Those citizens tell me. You heard the Chief Investigator conversation. I got it on there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go record right now the city council meeting. I wish I could record the whole video, but I just sent a letter to the law department stating that the video I received, I can't play it on electronic devices, and I can't copy it. So I'm gonna put that letter along with one of these recordings that I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna put that interview with the 36th District Chief Judge and Crystal Crittenden on there. I'm only gonna put the audio recorder because I can't record a video for some reason. Only 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes of video mode will be recorded. But as you can see, when I record something out of audio mode to video mode, so I can post it on Facebook and whatever else website I have, you can see it's over 5 minutes. It's 40 minutes, hours. So I don't understand what's going on. I can record something out of audio mode and video mode, and it plays to its entirety or till it run out of space. But I can't record the city council meeting with my recording device because it cuts off within 5 minutes. So tell me what's going on, folks. I guess that's what they call black magic. I'm out.